What if I told you you are working harder every year, but secretly becoming poorer? Your paycheck might look bigger, your bank balance might look stable, but the truth, inflation is quietly stealing from you. And almost nobody explains how. You hear prices are going up, but that's not the real story. The real story is much deeper, and once you see it, you can't unseen it. Let me show you what's really happening. Most people think inflation just means higher prices. Gas goes up, groceries go up, rent goes up. Annoying, yes. Temporary, not really. But here's the part nobody explains. Inflation doesn't just raise prices. It lowers your purchasing power. That means the same $100 today buys less than it did last year. And here's the scary part. This doesn't feel dramatic. It feels normal. That's why it's dangerous. That was not even the real trap. Maybe you got a raise this year. Congratulations. Let's see, you made $50,000 last year. Now you make $53,000. That's a 6% raise. Sounds great. But what if real living costs went up 8%? That means you actually took a 2% pay cut, even though your paycheck increased. This is the salary illusion. You feel like you are moving forward, but you are slowly drifting backward. And most people never calculate the difference. But what happened next made it worse. If you hold cash, you lose. If you hold assets, you win. Now ask yourself, which group are you in? But this is where it gets uncomfortable. We are taught to save money. Put it in the bank, be responsible. But when inflation is high, saving quietly shrink in real value. If inflation is 6% and your savings earn 1% interest, you are losing 5% every year in real terms. Now flip it. If you borrowed money at a fixed rate, inflation actually helps you. Because you are paying back that loan with dollars that are worth less. That's why governments can carry massive debt during inflation. Have you noticed your cereal box looks smaller? Or your favorite snacks feels lighter? Same price, same production. That's called shrinkflation. Companies know raising prices scares customers. So instead, they shrink the product. You don't see the price go up, but you get less value. And it's everything. Food, toiletries, subscription services. You are paying more without realizing it. But even that is not the biggest problem. Because they don't keep most of their money in cash. They own assets, stocks, real estates, businesses. And here is the twist. When inflation rises, asset prices usually rise. The value of home increases. Stock markets often climb long term. Rents increases. So while cash loses value, assets gain value. And that's why the system rewards leverage. Not cash sitting still. But there is one more layer. Inflation doesn't just reduce your purchasing power. It widens the wealth gap. Asset owners get richer because their investments inflate. Workers relying only on wages fall behind. This creates a silent divide. Not because people are not working hard, but because they are playing different games. One group owns appreciating assets. The other trades time for money that loses value. And once you see that, everything changes. So what can we actually do? First, understand this is not about panic. It's about awareness. Keeping large amounts of cash long term, very risky. Relying only on salary growth, dangerous. Learning about investing assets and financial literacy, critical. Even small investments compound over time. Even basic understanding changes decisions. Inflation is not temporary noise. It's a permanent force. And if you ignore it, it compounds against you. But if you understand it, it can work for you. So, inflation is not loud. It doesn't crash through your door. It whispers. It slowly reduces what your money can do, while making you feel like everything is normal. And that's why most people never fight it. The question is, are you positioning yourself on the losing side or the winning side of inflation? Because inflation will continue, the only real choice is whether you stay unaware or adapt. And once you truly understand that, you will never look at your paycheck the same way again. If this opened your eyes even a little, stay tuned for more videos like this where we break down money, power, and the hidden systems shaping your future. Subscribe now and join a community that refuses to stay financially unaware.